Ha 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 ha. That's great.
Know this, Erdrick. There can be no
That is
day
amazing.
without night. One day, the darkness will surely rise again. None can
This is a
say
pretty
when
interesting way for it to go for the ending here.
Perhaps I myself may even succumb to the night. But one thing we can know for certain. These things
That's a really awkward line to say while looking directly at Veronica.
and courage. Even should the worst come to pass. And darkness consume my soul.
Sounded vaguely threatening.
Hero will surely arise to take the sword
That kind of sounds like a sequel hook, like a light sequel hook. Like, oh, we're gonna come back for another game, and the Ig Dragon is going to be
and the
consumed.
echoes of that hero's valor shall ring through the
Oh,
ages.
Jesus Christ! Huh. So that... Huh. So interesting. So was that supposed to be Ortega at the very end there? Because I'm pretty sure that was meant. I'm pretty sure that the one that was at the end there was not meant to be the Luminary. I'm pretty sure that might have been meant to be Ortega, who is. Oh boy, how to get into this without spoiling other Dragon Quest games? He is an important character in. Oh, that's cute. I hope that the sales of 11 have inspired them to reconsider a Dragon Quest collection, because I think this would help. This game would probably help it sell like hotcakes. Oh. Who is that? Or is that just meant to be a generic person? Also, there's 2 Luminary books. Is that supposed to be Serenica? Oh, this reminds me of the beginning of 3, actually. Cooee?
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Morning, my darling. It's time to get up. Today's a very important day.
Yeah, that's totally the beginning of 3. So Dragon Quest 3 starts with you being woken up, I think, by your mother, because you've just turned 16, which means it's your time to go and become a hero. Also, your dad, Ortega, has gone missing, who I think is the one who picked up the sword at the very end there. Interesting. I love 3. 3 is probably like the one that I've got the most like nostalgia for. It's very interesting to see it like to see it get called out so directly, I guess. Are we just here now? Oh, there we go. Huh. Oh, my goodness. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the D-pad. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. Oh, it definitely needs to be up more. Oh, my God. That ought to be pretty good. I can clean that up later in post. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the D-pad. I realize the lighting's all messed up. The lights are still where they physically were during our marathon stream, so it's all like from behind right now. So I got a spooky vibe. But welcome to Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake, a game that I have been. Sorry, I'm just looking at the bottom. Copyright Sugiyama Kobo. I have never seen a P one before. product mark, maybe? That's odd. I've never seen that before. But yeah, so I've told this story many times. It's over. Oh, damn it moved. It's in the other room. I'll get it for the next stream. When I was a kid, Dragon Warrior 3 on the Game Boy Color was one of my absolute favorite games. I loved it to death. And the second this got announced, I was like, okay, I absolutely have to dig into this the moment it comes out. And then it came out a day and a half before we scheduled our 24-hour marathon stream. So it became not really an option for me to dive in on right away. Whoops. What's my hair doing? Oh, that's all right. But now we're here. It's a very late start for the stream, but I was sick the last 2 days. And in addition to all of everything else, this whole setup for the stream is themed around stuff that's broken, including this. This is not a joke. This morning, around 3-ish a.m., something like that, I suddenly woke up having, to the best of my knowledge at this point, dislocated my middle finger on my left hand. I could not get my middle finger to go much more than this before it felt like a stabbing pain in my finger. And I spent 2-3 hours in bed trying to silently figure out what to do. Slowly trying to make it go all the way up. Didn't take till finally I just kind of very slowly and carefully popped it, pop it out of place and back in. Hurt like a motherfucker. Didn't seem to do much. This is at 6:15, and I'm just I just have to sleep. I need to sleep a little bit, and maybe in the morning I'll figure something out. I'll just sleep like this with it on my chest. Fall asleep. I wake up an hour later because the cat ran across me, and my finger felt fine. So I don't understand what the hell that was all about, but there we go. A fucked up middle finger as we start one of my favorite games ever getting a remake. And this is a channel where we played over 900 games, so the highest accolade I can give it as being one of my all-time favorites. Language settings, text language, voice language, fantastic. I didn't know if they were going to have subtitle settings in there. Create a new adventure log. It's kind of, it annoyed me when Dragon Quest VIII came out, but nowadays, and that was during the PS2 era, nowadays I find it charming that they have been so intensely, stubbornly resistant to changing certain aspects of their formula. The menu is the same music. The title screen is the same music. The menu layout is more or less the same. The fonts have updated, but otherwise it's damn near identical experience for the last 35 years. So I'm going to hop in here. Please decide upon a name. So I am going to go with my usual. Most other games I'll play around and do silly names, but the origin of the Rick Desi name is Dragon Quest. I started using that in, I want to say, the DS remakes of the Dragon Quest games. When I was a kid, I would use other stuff, but nowadays I use Rick Desi 100% of the time in Dragon Quest. So do that. How do you want your character to look? Appearance A, appearance B. I'm gonna go appearance A. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, I guess I'm so stupid. I'm like, oh, they had a little sprite, but then they got a bigger sprite. You can play as a hero with appearance A and a hero. You would play. Are you happy with your choice? You would play as a hero with appearance A and a heroine with appearance B. I'm not going to dive too much into this. I find it interesting that they do the appearance A, appearance B, and then immediately jump back to, okay, so just so you know, okay. What language do you want the character to speak in? English, please. Do you want to display the location of your current objective on the map? Nah, no. Select a difficulty mode. Oh, that's cute. Draki Quest. Breeze through the battles and savor the story. Switch to this difficulty if you find the goings got too tough. Dragon Quest, for those who want a fair challenge. If you're not sure which difficulties for you, give this one a try. Draconian Quest. For those who want a real challenge, you'll face stronger foes and earn fewer experience points and gold coins to boot. If I was playing for... I guess this is the same thing as with Dave and Eternal Darkness. If I was playing for my own sake, I would definitely be doing Draconian Quest, not because I am specifically like, oh, I gotta go for the hardest difficulty level. Obviously, it's more just I've played Dragon Quest 3. I've played the Alfgard trilogy a lot growing up, so this would be where I'd normally go, just because I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. But in the interest of going for like the standard experience, seeing what it is here, we're going to dive on in with the Dragon Quest difficulty. I don't think Chaturga's in this game, although depending on how many... Let's see, Chaturga is 10 letters, but there's also an apostrophe in there, so I don't know if I can name anybody Chaturga. Happy to start your adventure with these settings. You can change them at any time by visiting the system settings menu. Yes. Auto-saving. Nice. When you enter a town or dungeon. Cool. Not having to worry about saving is a nice touch. This is actually my first real HD-2D game. I've never played Octopath Traveler 1 or 2. Never played Triangle Strategy beyond the demo. Ooh. Yes, we're diving... Ooh, God, that's very pretty. We're diving in on the personality quiz.
If you can hear me, follow the sound of my voice.
So if it's anything like the original, or at least the Game Boy Color version...
Yes, come this way.
It's a randomly selected test from a set of, like, I don't know, 7. And within that, your choices determine your hero's personality at the start of the game. I love that my face is going to slowly come in and out of... Look at this, and there it goes. Ah, that's where the Master Sword is. Beautiful, wow. Okay. I like the camera blur effect up there. If you fancy going faster, try holding down B while walking to pick up the pace. Sounds about right. Let's just take it at a regular pace here. Actually, is that a... Oh, I thought that was a sign over there. Yeah, I think we're going up to the... If this is anything like the original, we're going up to a cliff face. Yeah, there we go. Gotta be honest, this was one of the most stunning openings to a Game Boy Color game back in the day. Like, if you ever get a chance, go play the Game Boy Color one. It's legitimately pretty awe-inspiring. For maybe it might be the best looking Game Boy Color game. That probably isn't right, but it's certainly a striking opening for it. I wonder what a Game Boy Advance version of it would have looked like. You know, I am she who watches over all. One day, not long from now, you will appear before me, a true hero. But before your journey can begin, you must teach me something. Teach me what manner of person you are. You must answer my questions as honestly as you are able. Are you ready to begin? This is one of the cutest things, too, because, yeah, it's a legit to a certain extent, but it's a personality quiz that they just inserted into the beginning of the game. Sorry, there's a... Oh, that's interesting. This is a new thing. I don't think they ever asked you to say what your real name is. I'll put my real name in. It's not exactly a secret. Let's see where we're going with this. I'm curious if I'm going to get the situation. There's one especially cheeky thing they do in the old Game Boy Color one, and I'm curious if they're gonna do that. What is the month of your birth? April. And the day? Oh, we're giving it all away today. Okay. You're born on the second day of the month of April. Your sign is the one known in your world as Aries. Is this correct? That is correct. In your world. That's very interesting. They're kind of talking past us. Or does the Zodiac exist in Alfgard as well? Or, sorry, not Alfgard. I forget the name of your world. And, you know, it never occurred to me either. So we've got all of these waterfalls. Remember, keep in your mind, I don't want to spoil the plot of this game because there's some interesting stuff here, but we're kind of in, think of like a jungle setting. Imagine like a circle of cliffs with waterfalls kind of running down them. We're going to come back to this later. Not to this, but I'm gonna bring this back up later. At least I hope I do. Maybe different symbols. That's a good point, yeah. Very good, Rick Desi. I'll now ask you a series of questions. Do not dwell upon them too deeply. Answer swiftly and from the heart. Do so, and I will come to know your true mind. I'm curious if this version will notice how long you take. Also, I like that the lens flare up there, the little sunny, starry glow, has like a glitch to it. That's a very interesting effect. All right, let's begin. Do you find adventure to be more of a chore than a pleasure? No. Do you find that you spend more money on weapons than on armor? Yes. Would you favor a cheaper yet more distant hostelry over a nearer yet more costly establishment? That's a tricky question. Would I prefer to travel further to spend less versus spending more to just get it done now? No, I think I would say I would rather the nearer, more costly one. I am a person who generally prefers, like, hey, if we can just solve this now and not put ourselves through more, let's just deal with it now. So, no. Do you dream often? Yeah, I'd say so. More lately, which is nice. I wasn't for a while. Do you ever dream of being pursued? Not, do I ever? Yes. Not often, but I do. I find the company of unfamiliar people tiresome. I am definitely a pretty strong introvert. I find the company of people in general tiresome. There are people that I like enough that I put up with it just to be in their presence and enjoy their company. So I guess I'll say yes on this. Unfamiliar, like totally unfamiliar people? Yeah, I can't wait to get out of there. Do you trust in the words of those who tell fortunes? No. I'm pretty firm on that one. Do you enjoy physical pursuits? I mean, I certainly don't partake in them as often as I should, but I like hiking. I like camping. I do enjoy, like, basketball and stuff. But do I enjoy them for the sake of them, right? Like, I like to swim, but I don't like swimming long distance. I don't like do a lot of canoeing. I'm gonna say no. God, I wish there were middle options, but that's the whole point, is you got to make choices, right? Do you find us tiresome? No, never, not at all. No, honestly, it is actually very nice to be able to have you guys there and hanging out with me during these. Especially, like, sometimes it's games that you guys know really well and I'm very unfamiliar with, so it's nice to have, like, some amount of, like, a shoulder to lean on for some of that stuff, as well as just so I can bounce my own thoughts. But also, for something like this is, I mean, the base version of this game is one that I've played a lot as a kid. I haven't played it a lot lately, to be fair, but I'll be able to share with people, so that's pretty cool. Do you find cats more endearing than dogs? No. It's not so much a question, am I a cat person or a dog person, but I would say that dogs are generally more endearing than cats. Cats can be kind of standoffish, so in my experience, dogs are usually more endearing, so. Do you find yourself blushing when praised by others? Yes. You take great care of your appearance? Not really. I'm pretty particular about taking showers, but I definitely could do with a little bit more attention to appearance and style and stuff. Held against your will by the cats? Oh, all the time. I cannot tell you how many times I have trouble sleeping because I'm sneezing. Do you enjoy physical pursuits? So, this is what I was hoping for. I don't think that there's any specific question they do it for, but in the original, they would occasionally ask you the same question twice. And this does two things. One, it checks to see if you're remembering, if it's something you struggled with. But also, if you give the opposite answer, it super firmly puts you down one path on your personality quiz. Because she will call you out directly. She'll be like, why are you lying to me? You said a different thing before, and now you're saying this. And it's like, whew, okay, all right. So I'm going to say no. Is your circle of acquaintances wide and varied? I'd say so. Acquaintances specifically. I think the fact that we're saying acquaintances and not friends. My circle of friends is not amazingly wide and varied. It's relatively so. But we're all, most of my friends are, theater kids and stuff like that, and musicians and artists and stuff. My circle of acquaintances, much wider, much more varied. So I'll say yes to that, sure. Do you pay much heed to the gossip of others? To the gossip? Oh, that's tough. I do enjoy gossip. I do enjoy gossip among, like, tight circles and stuff. But outside of that, I'm not a big gossip guy. I find rumors and stuff pretty tiring because it's just a lot of mental energy to spend on something where it feels like you're just kind of hanging by a thread. But I really do like gossip when it's like a little more tight knit. There's the thing. Do I pay much heed to it? I'm going to say no to that. I like it. Doesn't necessarily mean I believe it all the time, you know? If you were deceived by another, do you believe the blame lies at least in part with your own carelessness? Yeah, I'd probably say so. Not a lot. And I certainly wouldn't say that to somebody else if they were deceived. I don't even know that I would necessarily think it, which is one of those kind of imbalanced sort of things in how you see yourself versus how you see others. But I think to a certain extent, like, yeah, if somebody tricks me, I would have to at least blame myself a tiny amount, because otherwise it'd be like I would have nothing to learn from it. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I feel that I know you a little better now. Yeah, right. If you take more than 3 minutes with the whole thing, you just get a game over. Now let's move on to the final test of your character. So this is randomly selected, at least in part, based off of your answers. I'm curious, am I going to get the dungeon? Am I going to get the one where we're lost? Okay. All right. Leaving so soon? No. I should hope not. Stay a while and enjoy yourself. Oh, Peony, my darling, my one, my only, my world. You might not think it to look at me, but I'm the lucky man that girl up there is going to marry. Well, we're engaged anyway. To tell the truth, I can't help worrying that she's, You couldn't go and ask her quickly for me, could you? Just, go up and check if she still loves me. You'll do it, won't you? Hey, you do know who she is, don't you? I guess so. Of course you do. You'd have to be living in a hole in the ground not to have heard of the lovely Peony. That's the ticket. I do so love to watch Peony strut her stuff. Makes me feel young again. Well, hey, just look at her go. Go on, my girl. Sheet. Well, there's no one else to talk to. I'm trying to remember if this was one of the ones from the original game. It rings a bell, and I recall this one being a slightly boring one, but... And a 1, and a 2, and a shuffle, and a twirl. Hello there, darling. Did you want something? What's that? Engage? Hee hee. Oh, yeah, I am. But to be honest, I've been thinking my career just has to come first, you know? You wouldn't be a love and go tell him for me, would you? That I can't marry him, I mean? Go on, say you will. Pretty please, I'd be ever so grateful. So I want to say that one of these... So these personality, the test of character, these are all built to have multiple exit points. There are lots of ways to have this go down. Depending on the choices you make, the actions you take... Or in some cases like this, I could literally at any point during this just leave. I could go, whoop, not my problem, I'm out of here, and just get out of here. I want to say the point in the conversation where that happens can also determine stuff, but oh man, this is one where it's like, man, that's so awkward, but let's see what we got here. So, what did you say? If she changed her mind now, I don't think I could go on living. She's still going to marry me, isn't she? Isn't she? I'm trying to play this out like I would in real life. I think I would be, I would, if someone asked me to say this, I would have a real hard time saying it in the first place. But especially if suddenly they're like, oh man, if she says that she's not going to marry me, I'm going to kill myself. I would absolutely fucking boogie on out of that situation as fast as possible. Yeah, I'm going to play dumb. I absolutely have no idea how I would get out of this in real life. I'd just be like, yeah, hey, you should go talk to her. You should go talk to her, man. Huh? What do you mean you're not sure? I think I see. She's in the middle of a performance, isn't she? I can't expect her to answer while she's dancing. It was a silly thing to ask you to do. Sorry for being a bother. And there's our test. This one is a very simple one. I'm not a big fan of that one. There are some where you do a little mini dungeon. There's some where you're lost in the desert. I'm she who watches over all, and I have seen what manner of person you are. To be honest, you are immature, boorish, an unreconstructed lout. Wow. Just because I don't want to either tell him that she... I guess I could have said no and tried to explain why if I was given the chance. You may not think that you are, but this is merely further proof of your immaturity. Wow, damn. You are incapable of getting along with others and often cause offense without realizing. That is beyond untrue. I am like cautious to a fault with that kind of shit. Holy cow. Although you may grow older, you'll never grow wiser. The child within you will always remain. God damn, they are skewering me. You are hard on others yet easy on yourself. Completely backwards. Good God. Perhaps if you knew true hardship, you might change, but you are unlikely ever to undergo it voluntarily. Damn, I tried to play this straight, and it's like... Swoof. Therefore, the best we can hope for is that you learn to treat those around you with a little more consideration. This is your spirit, your soul, the essence of your character. You are full of it. Now, my child, very soon the dawn will break and you will rise to greet the new day. I am she who watches over all, and I look forward to the time when you and I come face to face at last. God damn. Jesus. And now we enter the... Our story begins on the morning of Rick Desi's 16th birthday, as presented by the closing stinger from Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. Oh, we do get voice acting, yes.
Oh.
Ooh. Flashback. Dang, okay. That's a bit of a different look for Ortega. I don't recall him looking like just us, but muscular. We're also seeing this in black and white, so I don't know if we're going to see his in the original. I want to say he had an orange kind of tunic going on. I thought I remembered him having very short hair. Yeah, beard and mustache. Yeah, it's a very different look. Pains me to say that we have no word from Ortega since he left for the volcano.
Well, no time like the present.
Why does he sound like G-Man?
I know.
We are getting the loosely like Australian accents for this. We're going to get the Cooee to start it off. Come on, do it.
I'll go and wake them now.
Oh, interesting. Are we going to get non-binary pronouns for the whole game? Which makes the whole thing about hero-heroine doubly kind of strange.
Cooey! Wakey,
Hey!
wakey, rise and shine.
Hey, she said the thing. Hey, Mom.
Morning,
What's
my
up?
darling. It's time to get up. Today's a very important day.
Oh, wow. Sounds more Irish than Australian.
After all, it's not every morning you ask the king himself to give your big journey his
Sorry.
personal blessing.
Hard to say between Irish and Scottish.
This is what I've been raising you for all these years.
Irish. That Aliahan was where Atlantis was potentially, because the Australia continent is elsewhere. That's fair.
Well then, shall we get going? Come on, follow me.
Definitely get. Am I crazy for thinking that sounds a little bit Irish? But Cooee is like an actual Australian thing, isn't it? Ooh. Seed of Strength? Hell yeah. I'm going to engage in the thing that I do with all of Dragon Quest. For me, I universally start by I give myself all the seeds I find. I'm the main character, goddammit. I'm getting the seeds. I just go back to bed. Anything else going on in here? Can I change the camera angle? No. Definitely a Commonwealth accent of some sort. Okay. British in general, because the UK in the overworld has no city. Okay. That you raised criminals shipped off to Australia with a significant portion. Oh, well, yeah. There are many seeds in this game, so I spread them out more. And yes, that was Irish. Okay. Oh no, we're not skipping any of these. Oh yeah, we just took a strength seed. We're gonna be so fucking swole when we go to meet the king. This is lovely.
Come on, dear. You know where the castle is. Straight on now.
Yeah, I know where the castle is because it's literally directly in front of me.
Off you go. And remember to mind your manners. I won't have the king thinking you've been dragged up.
Well, I'm trying to remember if the hero can also become a sage. I thought the hero also has the ability to become a sage at level 20, but it's been a little while. Hero cannot reclass. All right, I might be misremembering that. I'm also going to throw my hat on. Because I'm a little chilly. And my hair looks silly right now. Here we go. Adds a little more color. Let's do a little bit of looking around first on the off chance that there's something to find. This idly wandering around hitting A on everything is a lot easier in a grid-based and ooh, so we actually did get a visible prompt, so that's good. I mean, it means I don't have to just arbitrarily be hitting A 1,000 million billion times. That's good. I was about to say, on a grid and tile-based system, it's a lot easier to look for invisible stuff. Aliahan. Seeded defense. Oh, that's right. I forgot that since I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the series, the spellings in Dragon Quest are extremely British. Sure, I know your language. It's very lovely of you to do so. Let me tell you something nice in return. Apparently, they used to have a thing called a teleportal off on the east side of our little continent. But it's all sealed up now, so nobody can use it. Right. Okay, red doors are locked, yep. So I want to say there's 3 levels of locked door. There's the red doors, which take a basic key. I don't know if that one has a name. There's the jail cell doors, which take I don't know if it's called like a jail key or a prison key or something. And then I want to say there's like a blue door that takes a 3rd level of key. See in the proper description. Oh no, I haven't actually. That's a good call. What would I be under? Abilities? No. Miscellaneous. Oh, status would be over here. Personality lout. Oh. Is there a way to get like a larger description of that in there? But Thieves Key, Magic Key, Ultimate Key. There we go. Well, it'll be nice when I can have a chance to change my personality, which does happen, but it's fairly, I think it's like mid-game where you get access to the ability to change your personality. Your personality, if I recall correctly, dictates the way your stats grow over time. Which is interesting because it used to be, back in the old days, your stats would grow based off of, at least for Dragon Quest 1, I forget if it was the case for Dragon Warrior then. I forget if it was the case for 2, but your name was actually the seed for the function that determined how your stats grew, at least in Dragon Warrior 1. It was basically a modular thing that gave you one of 4 paths. All right. Oh, yeah, we got stairs. Throne room is just up the stairs there. Oh, you can actually see the locked doors on the map, too. That's nice. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. There's an old guy over there. Whoop. Hey, some money. Ooh, who's that handsome feller? That rascal Kirk Buzzer who was robbing houses all over town has finally got his just deserts. He's banged up in jail. Haha. Just deserts? I don't think that's how just desserts is spelled. I guess it could be. I've always assumed it to be spelled similar to, like, the food dessert. Is that how that's spelled? Wow. I've spelled it wrong my entire life then. I hear that wily thief Kirk Buzzer came up with a key that could open any normal lock in existence. There's the thief's key. Why, with one of those in your pocket, you could come and go through the doorways of the world as you pleased. All right. Right? That was my thought, too. It was like, I thought for sure that it was spelled like the food stuff desserts as opposed to, I guess with that spelling, oh, here's our blue door, as opposed to, I guess they would be going off of like deserting, like the verb desert. Have you seen the princess? Princess! Princess! Eek. Oh my god. I like wearing long sweatpants because they are nice when things are cold, but it's very easy to get tangled in them. All right. Oh, is that the princess? Those stupid grown-ups won't let me go outside because they say it's too dangerous. Oh boy. Oh dear. It's that smelly old archfiend's fault, isn't it? Isn't it? With her lisp kind of vanishes a little bit there. Ooh, I hate him. It's so boring being cooped up in here. Oh, yeah. Another Moo game. We're going to get some oparts. I tried to sneak out the other day, but Daddy caught me. He's much more perceptive than he looks. Oh, my. Oh, I also, the other night, so prior to me fucking up my finger in my sleep, I fell down the last step of the stairs and landed on the hardwood floor on my knee, and my left leg is not thrilled with that. Oh, there's like a warping effect on the windows. That's very cool. All right, I don't think I can get through this door because it's red. This door I should be able to get into, though. Apparently. Let's also see the defense. Oh, 3, nice. You want to look inside literally every single pot in this game. There are other things to look inside, but there are lots and lots of pots. We want mini medals, goddammit. It was Ortega who inspired me to enlist as a castle guard, you know. And yet he went off to battle the enemy and never returned. Turn this a little bit this way. I just can't believe he would let himself get killed so easily. He's out there somewhere. I just know he is. You know what's interesting? what we didn't see when you play the Game Boy Color version, I think before anything else, I think the implication is that you're seeing it somewhat prophetically in a dream, but you actually see Ortega's fight above the volcano. I think he's fighting a dragon, including the two jumping at each other over the caldera. And we did not see that here. That's interesting. Ooh, loving that light effect. God. It is very pretty. This game is really, really pretty. I know I'm like, pot lid, hey. Now I got a shield I can use if I don't have one already. I have a leather shield. But someone else can use that, so that's nice. And I don't have any other equipment. All right. Loud stat growths are mostly below average, but your strength is unaffected and your luck is going to be very good. All right. That's pretty decent. Luck is a very useful stat in this game. Check in Traveler's Tips. Oh. Oh, God. Wow, they even have, like, mini medals in here already. That's pretty early. Wow. Luck increases slightly quicker than normal. Wisdom increases slowly. So I'm not going to be a great spellcaster either. Okay. Ooh, Lucky Devil would be a great one. Luck increases extremely quickly. Agility increases quicker than normal. But alas, that's okay. All right, so this is our jail. Medicinal herb, nice. There's a good chance most of this stream is going to be fucking around in Aliahan. That was a weird way to pronounce that. Aliahan. And getting our team set up. You ain't got a key to open this door, have ya? Well, then sling your hook. I ain't got no use for you. This is the castle dungeon. If you're here to visit a prisoner, just go up to the bars that they're selling and talk to them. But no funny business, understand? If you put on a clown wig, I'm going to stab you to death. That wrinkly old geezer up in that dreamer's tower is a right piece of work. Not only did he go and get me banged up, he pinched me precious key and all. Me, the great Kirk Buzzer himself. Me trusted thief's key will open any red door in the world. If only I'd used it to... God, what a plunker I am. Okay. Alright, I'm trying to remember what's down in the very, very basement later, but... Yo! We just got started. We are about half an hour in, a little bit more maybe. We took our time with the personality quiz. I got a hilarious... a personality that, in my opinion, does not match me even a little bit, but it is what it is, and so we're rolling with it. I forgot that I can also run. So we're here to meet the king. I've been just moseying around, looking around and everything, and I think we're about good on everything. I need to check the right side of. Well, hello. Have you familiarized yourself with the jail below the castle? There's a rather unusual inmate down there. A slime, as it happens. Goddess knows what they did to end up there. So I guess that's in the sub-basement is the slime. What was the slime's deal? I don't remember. I mean, we'll get there, but... I read the cave over on the promontory leads to the Dreamer's Tower. How about that? I mean, I've never actually checked to see if it's true, but everyone says so. Oh, is the Dreamer Tower the one that we jumped from the top of it? This is a door I can go through. Hey, our first mini medal. Nice. On your adventure, you may come across some shiny trinkets known as mini medals. These can be traded for all kinds of wonderful prizes with Morgan Miniman, the mini medal enthusiast who dwells in the well in Aliahan. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Talk to you. Can't go through this door. And this is the door that goes outside the little courtyard zone that I was in before. So it is time for us to go and actually see the king. Or at least go upstairs. I forget if there's more stuff going on upstairs. Well, that's me. That's just as it passed him. All right. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Game Center CX, I bet there'd be funny graphics. I would say as expected of a lout. Womp womp. Boop, 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 boop. If you're here to see the king, just carry on straight down this way. It's not like it's a hall. This is the doorway.
Well met, child of Ortega.
That voice is very familiar. Also, I keep forgetting there's voice acting in this game.
We could not locate any of Ortega's belongings.
Oh, that's a fun little reference.
I see. To think something out there is capable of besting a man of his caliber.
Remember that for later.
My husband thought long and hard.
Oh, the slime
before
is new?
setting off.
Okay.
I'm sure he was at peace when he passed.
No, he so was not. I mean, or at the very least,
Doubtless your mother has
the volcano
recounted
battle
tale
was
of
not a
your
peaceful
father's final
situation.
Moments many times. When he fell into the maw of that accursed volcano, the world lost a great man. However, we wholeheartedly approve of your wish to follow in his footsteps and set forth on the path of adventure. For it is what he would have wanted. And only the child of such a hero as he could hope to save our world.
All right.
The foe we face is dire indeed. The archfiend Baramos.
Yes. Oh, Baramos. Not Baramos. I've always known him as Baramos, but Baramos, I guess.
Many of the peoples of this world do not yet even know his name. And yet, his grip on our realm grows ever tighter. He must be stopped, no matter the cost. You must free us from the archfiend's ever-encroaching tyranny.
Okay.
But alone, you will only meet the same fate as your father. Go and consult with Mistress Patty in town, and use this to outfit the companions.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He gives us some cash, doesn't he? Yeah, basic equipment. All right.
Allow me to proffer some guidance. You would be wise to seek out the thief's key, an implement that can open a myriad of the world's
What a
doors.
weird thing for the Chancellor to say. Go and look for a key that gets you into doors that are not meant for you.
But first, I suggest you heed His Majesty's advice and seek like-minded individuals at Patty's party planning place.
It's so funny that they got voice actors to do all the
Once
punny
you
shit
have
in
done
this.
so, try making your way to Reeve, a quaint village to the northwest of our fair kingdom.
Right? Northwest it is.
You will now find Reeve marked on your
Oh.
map. Locating the rest of the realm's noteworthy areas, however, is a task I believe best left in your capable hands. You simply need note down anywhere you happen to visit. Be sure to see these places with your own eyes first, though. Otherwise, you'll likely forget to mark them on your map.
At best, it's a stuffy aristocrat voice, but yeah.
And remember, your curiosity is an asset most valuable. Lend it an ear at all times, and you will surely benefit.
Yeah, very few...
Remain wary, lest it lead you into trouble on occasion.
Very few evil humans in Dragon Quest. However, there are a lot of monsters that disguise themselves as humans to engage in their stuff. So
We expect great things of you.
I want to say Dragon Quest V had an evil human in it. At any time during conversation or immediately after it's ended, you can commit what you heard to memory by pressing plus. Anything you've chosen to keep in mind can be revisited by selecting recall in the main menu. Oh, that's fun. Traveler's Tips, a curated collection of useful information, can be found within the miscellaneous menu. Be sure to give it a look if you need help with the controls or aren't quite sure how to get on with your adventure. More details will be added as you progress, so make a point of checking for new tidbits from time to time. Actual evil chance from 5. That's what I'm thinking of then. All right, I'm going to look around and see if there's any shit that I can pick up here, man. Let's start by going in here. Ooh, hey, buddy. Nice loot. Hope you don't mind if I loot the place. Oh, please, brave hero, bring peace to our world. Your only hope. That went very well. Oh, head west from the castle and follow the sea, and the promontory cave is where you shall soon be. Fiddle-dee-dee, riddle-dee-day. Or fiddle-dee-riddle-dee-day. Sorry, fiddle-dee, not fiddle-dee. Fiddle-dee. Fiddle-dee-riddle-dee-day. Because of evil humans attacking his home. That sounds about right. I almost was like, wait, isn't Sorrow a human? It's like, no, Sorrow is not a human. He is specifically a monster. Or fiend. I forget if this is one of those thrones where we actually get to do stuff behind it at some point. Whoop. Antidotal herb. Nice. Oh, are these the king's chambers? They must be. Whoop. Set of Wayfarer's clothes. Nice. Why does the king have Wayfarer's clothes? Is he sneaking out at night? Well, the only mainline game to have its world religious organization be somewhat corrupt. Yeah, that's more of a Final Fantasy, specifically Ivalice zone kind of thing. Dragon Quest really tries to keep its religious stuff as tepid and like honestly barely there as it can. There are a couple cults, but whatever the main religion is of the Dragon Quest games, which appears to be an offshoot of a Christian equivalent based off of the crosses that they use for a bunch of stuff. It's as unimposing as they can possibly make it. Patty's Party Planning Place. Patty's Party Planning Place in Aliahan is your one-stop shop if you need to recruit some adventurers to join your ranks or shake up your party. Your journey is unlikely to be an easy one, so finding a team of trusty travelers at Patty's is a must. So we're going to go left as soon as we come down here. All right. Well, let's go get a party first, and then we'll look around and talk with people more. Chimera Wing, hey! More money, nice. Do, 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 do. Oh, is 7 also very... I've never played 7 at all. I played a little bit of 8. I need to really try it again, because at the time I was it was the first time I'd played a game since 3. Oh, no, that's not true. I'd played a little bit of 4 at the time, but I was hoping to see how it had evolved over time, and I discovered that it mostly hadn't, and I was like, oh dear. Nowadays, I'd find that pretty charming, though. I found 50 gold coins on a bench the other day. Felt like the goddess herself had smiled on me. Ever since then, I make a point of checking my surroundings wherever I go. Never know when I'll strike it rich again, after all. Oh, bother. If I left my bag hanging on the wall of my room at the inn. Had all my gold coins and herbs in it. It's probably long gone. Well, nothing I can do about it now. If someone has swiped it, I hope they put my things to good use, at least. I'll have to go to the inn. If you're looking to put together a good solid party, you want a warrior, a priest, and a mage. If Patty over there doesn't have what you're looking for, head upstairs and get the recruitment people to find it for you. What's that? Need a key, do you? Come to think of it, I once knew a bloke who had a knack for opening doors. Went by the name Kirk Buzzer. Haven't seen him in a good while, mind you, not since he headed off for that tower on the island west here. Right, this is our bank. We don't need to worry about that right now. Hi. Looks like it's locked. Then various bonus items from this chest if you pre-ordered the game or bought it from certain shops. Jesus. For more details, pay a visit to the website of the shop you bought. God damn. Wow, just fully obliterating the fourth wall with this one. Jesus. Thanks for that, game.
Hey, you. Still can't believe this day's finally here.
What is that accent? Very Midwestern.
I remember when you popped out of your mother like it was yesterday, you know?
Never mind.
Oh, and don't be thinking I'm ridiculously old or anything. I was just a kid back then. But it felt like I suddenly had a new sibling to look after.
All right.
To think that was 16 whole years ago. At any rate, I'm sure you know by now, but Patty's Party Planning Place is your one-stop shop for all things adventuring. If you find yourself feeling lonely,
I feel like the music is a little bit
or simply
mixed
want
too
some
loud
muscle
there.
you can count on in a pinch, let me know. I'll find the perfect companions to suit your needs. But gosh, you really are all grown up now, aren't you? May take me a while to get used to.
Okay.
At any rate.
Okay. Want to find new party members? This is the place to be. Same goes if you want to ditch them, for that matter. So I'm going to help you today. Meathead, Slipper Devil, Bodybuilder. Bodybuilder for a priest is an odd one. I'm going to do what I can to... Okay, what's Helping Hands? Have you noticed the aid and adventure and ask for assistance options at Patty's? You can use these features to lend and borrow characters called volunteers between adventure logs. Oh! Oh, that's cool. So you can literally move your dudes between save files. That's kind of rad. Not going to do that, but that's neat. Okay. Feel like your party's still short a few pals? Well, you can always start talking to any adventurer that happens to be here, but your best bet is to head upstairs. I promise my man up there will be able to will be able to find you the exact type of adventurer you're looking for, or my name isn't Patty. Yeah, I'm gonna go make a custom one. I wanna actually build a party up. I think it'll be fun. Two kinds of adventure in this world: those that include conjurers like mages and priests in their parties, and those that don't. You would have to be out of your goddamn mind to not have a priest or priest equivalent in your party. The ones that don't tend to go all out and fill their parties with warriors, martial artists, and even merchants. Vocations that focus on strength and stamina. Personally, I'd go for a more balanced lineup if I were you. And if you really don't want to include any magic users, then why not take a monster wrangler or a thief along for the ride? I'm pretty sure there are some new classes in this version of the game. Monster wranglers are a special bunch, that's for sure. They ain't especially strong, and they definitely ain't much in the magic department either, but they don't play by the rules, and that what makes them so useful. I happen to know a fair few adventurers out there that have benefited more than once from their alien abilities. Well, you've got your martial artists, they're quick as you like, and then there's your thieves, good for treasure hunting, obviously. Then, of course, there's merchants. They can appraise your items for you, which is pretty useful. Don't go anywhere near the gadabouts, though. Useless lot they are, always mucking about in battles, bunch of clowns, if you ask me. If you insist on having one along, leave until you're strong enough to carry some serious dead weight. So this is what I keep confusing for the hero bit. So, when you get to, I want to say level 20, you can reclass your party members, and normally you have to go through a bunch of hoops, get a couple of specific classes under your belt, and then you'll have access to the sage. But I want to say the clown, or whatever the equivalent for it is, jester maybe, when you get them to level 20, they will immediately have access to the sage class, which gadabout, yeah, which is difficult to work with because they're not lying. The clown, or gadabout in this case, it's kind of like, think Pokemon. If you're using a traded Pokemon that's too high a level, the gadabout will just straight up ignore you at random. They'll trip, they'll do silly shit, they'll use items when they're not supposed to. It's really hard to use them. So yeah, unless your party is solid and you're cool with having a wild card just hanging out the whole time. Master Pang implies used to be a bunny girl, and she and Rab are basically... That's true, yeah. But yeah, so we're not going to be doing a gadabout. It's a pain in the ass. Oh, if heroes are chosen by heaven itself, then sages are chosen by gods. Through trials most fearsome and bad for their health, they'll make it against all of the odds. When I was a young whippersnapper, I made a point of stopping by the shops whenever I visited a new town. I used to love perusing the merchant's wares. Now, an adventurer such as yourself will want to focus on the weapons and armor. If you're blessed in the strength department, get yourself a trusty weapon. Otherwise, concentrate on defensive gear. Okay. Day Gadabout Sage will still be weaker than classical class becomes a sage, so it's like, I mean, yes, but it's significantly faster than the alternative too. I've no idea who invented bags, but whoever did was a genius. Truly, how do we ever carry our possessions around without them? That said, they're not much use during battles. You don't have time to reach into yours for items if you're preoccupied showing a slime what's what. No, if there's something you think you need in a fight, best to keep it on your or a companion's person. Yeah, the bag is really good for, like, quest items and stuff. But if there's, like, items you think you might need in battle, you definitely want them on you. Welcome to Premier Adventurer Listing Services. With pals, you're sure to build a winning team. We're here to help you get the hottest adventuring talent out there off the dole and onto your roster. Just tell us what you're looking for and we'll deliver a qualified professional directly to the party planning counter. So, you're looking to bolster your roster with some fresh blood today? Why, blood? And what kind of person are you looking for exactly? Why don't you give me a name and we'll take it from there? Oh, boy. Let's see. Well, I'd like a warrior of some kind, so let's see if we can summon one. Oh, Grignir is also a really good one. I'm reaching a little bit on this one, but let's see if Fisesga will come when called. All right, now tell me what kind of vocation you'd like them to have. Okay, I wasn't sure if they were going to randomize it on me. So warrior, martial artist, mage, priest, merchant, gadabout, thief, and monster wrangler. So there's our 8. Oddballs steal most of their moves to their monster mates, combining them to create an inimitable fighting style. I want to say this one's new. It strikes me as a very blue mage kind of situation, like very Kimari in particular, you know. Thief, sneaky, so-and-sos. Thieves are excellent at avoiding enemies in dungeons and sniffing out treasure. The life of the party. Gadabouts can cause all sorts of things to happen with their wild hijinks. Clearly, Circus Man will be joining our party. Merchant. No, merchants aren't new, I don't think, because you could have... The biggest thing with appraising items, if I recall correctly, was they can detect cursed items. Because you will come across cursed items where if you put them on, it'll do really nasty things until you can go somewhere to have the curse removed, which is usually very expensive. But I want to say a merchant can sniff that out. Experts in commerce, merchants make themselves useful by gathering gold coins and appraising items. They can also sell items at better price. Yeah, that's fair too. Best backup any adventurer could ask for. Priests can cast healing spells and also wield weapons. Yeah, okay. Master spellcasters. Mages harness their wealth of magical knowledge to take care of foes foolish enough to stand in their way. Masters of hand-to-hand combat. Martial artists are amazingly agile and can land critical hits for fun. Wielders of weighty weapons. Warriors use their strength and stamina to deal out damage and defend their allies. Very flexible as you build them too. All right, that's pretty interesting. I think for Fisesga, I think warrior is ultimately the closest we're going to get to a hero of time style situation. Not really martial artists. Not much of a magic user, or a priest for that matter. Merchant, not really. That'd be like a beetle more than anything. Gadabout, no. Thief, not really. Monster Wrangler, not that link. The hero from Twilight Princess you could see as being a Monster Wrangler, but not the hero of time. Excuse me, my god. But also a warrior is just a solid one to start with on your team. Can you tell me a bit more about them? Appearance A, appearance B. I'm gonna go appearance A. What do they look like? Oh, we got some other appearance options here. Okay. I wish I could change the hair color and armor color. That'd be fun. I think I'm going to go with this one. Actually, I don't know. I think I'm going to do the helmet because Link always wears a hat. All right, what color is their hair? Hey! Oh, damn it. Okay. If that's the case, let's take a look at this here. I think this is probably... Ooh, that's a pretty good one. It's almost a little too light. No, I guess that's probably fine. Maybe we'll do a Pokemon-themed one for a Monster Wrangler. That'd be fun. This is too yellow. This is too red. This is actually probably pretty good for a Link color. This isn't bad either, but I think this is a little closer to what we want. It's your lucky day. As part of His Majesty's Special Adventure Program, you're qualified for a Supplementary Educational Enhancement Dispensation, Seed. Takes the form of 5 attribute-enhancing seeds, or seeds, which will give your team members a much-needed boost. Choose the seeds yourself, or allow me to use my career guidance skills to pick for you. Pick for yourself. You can select up to 5 seeds of your choice for your newfound friend. If you let me pick, I'll be providing a comprehensive service and applying the seeds as I see fit. I'm going to do this myself. So strength, defense, agility, stamina, wisdom, luck. The HP, MP, attack, and defense are based off of those stats, if I recall correctly. For Link, or a Link-like character, I mean, the biggest things we're going to want in general, like we want this guy to be durable. He's probably going to ultimately be our tank as much as our offensive dude. That's true too, yeah. So at the very least, I'm going to give him a seed of strength. Let's do... You know what? Let's do a wisdom one. It's probably a terrible call because he's almost certainly not going to need wisdom at all, but definitely luck. Let's see. I'll give him one for stamina. Hero of Time doesn't really have like stamina issues to worry about. And I'll do another one in strength. Straight arrow. That seems pretty legit for the Hero of Time. People with that personality often find their attributes improve in a balanced manner. I'm okay with that. Last but not least, can you give me an idea what they sound like? Ooh! That's pretty close already, but let's try the others. A tiny bit lower than average. Not sure how I feel about their choices and adjectives between the male-coded and female-coded ones, but that seems about as close to what we want here. Yes. Yes, we will. Ta-da! Oh, I do wish we could change... I like that we can change the hair. I wish we could change the color of the armor. So, let's see. A Wrangler, huh? I figure I want to use one of my Pokemon trainer names, but I've had so many of them at this point, between all the padlocks. I could go with Rufus, being the name of my Heart Gold one. Or I could go with Ringo, which is the Brilliant Diamond one that's not... Yes, I do have a wiki, but also I don't think we actually store the character names on the wiki. Not to my knowledge, anyway. I don't think we have. And there's other ones like Rusty and all of those, but Rickelodeon. Oh no, it's okay. I think the main one I'm trying to decide between is going to be Ringo versus Rufus, unless any of you guys are feeling particularly strong about one of my other trainer names. I might go with Ringo I like, yeah. I'm on the fence with Ringo just because it sounds so much like my own character in this, Rick Desi, but... I'm trying to remember, I might have actually just called myself Rick in Pokemon Insurgents, too. Any LP where you name the player and keep a list. Oh, I've thought about doing that myself, to be honest. You know what? I think because we just started Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think I am going to do Rufus. It also distinguishes it a little bit better from Rick Desi, and it also, I don't know, it's got Ruff in it, which is kind of cute as like a monster wrangler. There'll be some dog and wolf-like stuff in there. They're going to be a monster wrangler. That's an interesting look on both of them, really. What do they look like? What the hell? Oh boy, these are some interesting choices. I might do this just because it reminds me of Cubone. Although this also reminds me of a Cricketune. And this reminds me of Gabumon. I don't know what is going on there. That's a strange look. Very confused by that. Is that supposed to be... Oh, is that supposed to be like a safari-style hat? That's an interesting one. Yeah, it was with Carla. I'm going to do this one just because it does have that Cubone vibe to it. What color's their hair? Oh, boy. It's not going to show up much, but they do have brown hair. My character in the game, I think, has black hair, but me in the art that is coming soon has brown hair. Part of the reason we have a bunch of videos ready. I've actually played through the first gym leader already in Heart Gold. I'm waiting on it's a domino effect. I'm waiting on Arrow Artwork is working on some excellent art for us, which I had to get set up much later than I wanted to because I was waiting for invoices from my own work stuff to clear. So as soon as we're ready on that, we'll start going with that. It is entirely on me. This was a me problem for why it happened so late, but we were able to get the first episode up the day that I wanted it to, though, so I'm happy with that. And I'm very happy that it surprised people pleasantly from the look of things. Sometimes we surprise people and people are a little upset, so happy to be able to surprise people and have them be like, no way. I'm happy with just kind of playing it by ear. Let's see. So, what are we going to say here? For a Pokemon trainer style monster wrangler, I'm going to give him a seed of agility because eventually we get running shoes. Let's see. I'll do one for stamina as well, since it takes a little bit of that to get through a Nuzlocke. I'll do one for wisdom as well. Actually, no, I'll do one for luck. I'll do one for wisdom. And then I'll do one for strength. We'll kind of spread it out. It's the most recent Patreon hangout because I was at work. Oh yeah. Street Fighter Cross Tekken is tucked behind the video that I am desperately flying through. Literally, as soon as we're done with this tonight, I'm hopping back on Twitter to curate a bunch of stuff before accounts all start disappearing. Worst imaginable timing for all of this shit. It'll make a lot more sense when the video's out. But when that part's done, the hardest part is over, and I can actually start putting shit together. And then Street Fighter Cross Tekken can come out after that. That's where things are. Vamp. What even is a vamp? I'm terrible. I've heard it before, but I'm never really good at... A seductive woman who uses her sexual attractiveness to exploit men. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. A seductress, or femme fatale, derived from vampire. All right, fair enough. Was just sexy in the original. I remember sexy as a stat. because that was, yeah, sexy. I remember being by far what you absolutely wanted your characters to be. Sexy was a great personality, so I guess Vamp is a really good one. Hey, maybe that's a good sign for Heart Gold. There's a better one now? Dang. Oh boy, they don't sound like anything. Headstrong is pretty close so far. Actually, Childish might work because it sounds vaguely Ash-like. I think I'm gonna go with Childish. That's so funny. Okay. Everyone's gonna be all red. So the Monster Wrangler is supposed to be also good with healing, right? Like not amazing, but let me just throw a name in here so I can see what I can take a look at these. I don't think I want a martial artist because I've got a warrior. Mage, priest, merchant, gadabout, thief, monster wrangler. Monster wrangler seems a little bit of a wild card. I think I want some kind of magic. I wish there was like a red mage class. Skills depend on what monsters you capture. Yeah. Which probably means it's not going to be very good at the start, unfortunately. They want offense or healing early. Yeah, that's a good point. I do eventually want a sage. What? I'm trying to remember what goes into a sage. It's like, because I think thief was one of them. And then is it one of these and then one of these? I'm trying to remember how it worked. It's been a long time. Just need an item. Oh. I thought it was a multi. You know what it is? I think I'm mixing things up with Final Fantasy Tactics a little bit. I think I should go with a priest, probably. It's a tough call. Expended to get sage. Gotcha. Future games, you do need to do priest or mage. Okay. I'm a little worried about getting out there and just not having any real... Covers the healing well enough, but I do have to capture monsters in order to make that happen, is the one thing that I'm a little bit concerned about. You can also think about who healing on his own first. Oh, fair enough. Okay. I'm trying to think who I would refer back to as a mage character from stuff we've done. Could argue that that Dio Patty / Geo Stellar is a bit of a mage by way of kind of summoning cards and creatures and things in order to do various attacks. Trying to think if there's any better referential stuff that I could use. But I really don't know that there is, to be honest. Yeah, maybe I think I might actually go for that. It's so funny that they ask you to do a name first, because I feel like I would want, like... I feel like generally, not a mage, omega... Oh, that's right! He's a wizard! That's even better. That's perfect. So, all right, that kind of seals it for me, I think. And because the other two are based off of names that we have given to stuff, rather than going with Geostellar or Omegasis, we'll go Diopatty. You're a wizard, Omegasis! Do Mach Jr. as well, but I think we're gonna Mach the Third. I'm actually a little tempted to go with it, but I think by virtue of us actually having named Diopatty, as opposed to nicknaming Mach Jr. Yeah. What do they look like? What the hell? Just a guy with a beard, I guess? This is a little too Sephiroth-y for me. It kind of works from an Omegasis standpoint, but I think it's a little too Sephiroth-y, in my opinion. Oh, that's true. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. There's going to be so many fucking... I think there literally is like a chainmail bikini that is an ostensibly fairly powerful armor. Should I go back and switch things up a little bit? I didn't even really think about that. I suppose I can also briefly check this too. Well, these are cute designs. Kind of all just variations on the same witch idea, though. I guess, you know, without having facial hair to really play with on these, it does change the calculus slightly. I wish there was one that looked like the hooded one on this side, instead of doing the witch's hat. This one has a bit of a Sonya Strum vibe to her. This one with the orange bows just kind of looks like a Halloween outfit more than anything. These two are a little bit more legit, but they also... It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I wish you could mix and match bits and pieces. Like, I like this hat. It's got a little more character to it than this one, and it's got the little chunk taken out. But I think I like the hair of these two a little bit more than the long hair with the ribbon at the bottom. I actually like this hair too. Just thinking for a quick second here. I guess I'll do this one. What color's their hair? Oh, well, that's an interesting question, because like for Geo, well, it's not even a very dark brown. That's kind of almost like a light goldish color. But then there's also a Megasis whose hair is a little bit more like this. Maybe that'd be a little bit more interesting as kind of a thing to do there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the blue. A little bit more of an Omegasis kind of thing there. Alrighty. So, if we're thinking in terms of Diopatty, Geostellar, there's definitely been one in strength because Buster Rick. I'm going to put one in defense because of the shieldy stuff that's gotten better over time there. I'm going to do one in wisdom because Geo absolutely gains some significant wisdom over time. Actually going to do a stamina one, because there have been a couple stamina puzzles where he absolutely just... We have gotten through, I think, literally all of those without any issue. And I'll do one more for wisdom. Socialite. Boy, oh boy. Sure. Why not? Not a single 3. Oh, no. Yeah, they were all 1s and 2s. What do they sound like? Oh, boy. Between reserved and serious. I'll do serious, I think. Actually. There we go. Jim left me exhausted. Oh, good night, Don Lush. Have a good one. The whole Bonds and Brothers thing. That's fair. That's good. Alright. Alright. I definitely should have gone 2 and 2 on gender there, but sure to equip your belongings instead of leaving them to languish in your bag. You do this by going to the equipment section of the main menu. Yes, indeed. Yeah, let's do that right now, actually. Let's check the stuff we have here. I got my best stuff there. Wayfarers in plain. I universally give myself the best equipment and things, but number held 2, oh, because I've got that equipped right now. Gotcha. All right. Oaken Club. That's interesting. We got the little sigil on there. I guess, yeah, you'll get the pot lid. Headgear, no. Plain clothes. Give me the Wayfarers for now. Oh, yeah, because they're all wearing plain clothes. Got it. Okay. No accessories. Rufus, the Monster Wrangler. We'll give the Oaken Club. No shields right now. That. We have... All right, so I'm going to have to go shopping because we don't have enough stuff for everybody here. Cypress Stick. Wait a minute. Oh, because they can't wear the leather shield. That's where I was like, how come the leather shield wasn't there? All right, what do I have for money right now? 129. Okay. So let's go to the shop. Let's look around town now. We do have an auto quip. I don't entirely know what the manner by which they do auto equipping is, so I don't know that I want to necessarily rely on that, but yeah. Alrighty. Most towns are home to several shops. Some sell weapons and armor, and some deal in items. Their wares vary, so be sure to stop by any new shops you see. You can record your progress in an adventure log by praying in a church or with nuns. They will allow you to pick up where you left off whenever you resume your journey. The game does autosave all on its own as well. However, these files are overwritten often, so do save manually from time to time. You can create a maximum of 9 save files. Just remember, FASF. Fearless adventurers save frequently. Think FASF. Ooh, hey, a chest. It's a dragon scale. Ooh. Amulet Rod of a Dragon's Steely Scale. Defense 5. Well, I am absolutely stealing that. Don't mind me. I tend to beef myself up in these games. It just is the way that it is, and that's the way that it is. So, yeah. Give you the best gear someone else does not already have. Oh, okay, nice. Let's look around the town. Let's go back here, poking around the back to see if anything interesting is back here. There isn't. Right, Western Gate. The castle is closed at nighttime. If you want to meet the king, you'll have to go there during the day. Okay. Sensible. Let us pray for peace. Even if it brings us only one day closer to salvation, it will be worthwhile. Wayward sheep of the great shepherdess, how may we help you? To which adventure log do you wish me to record this? In that case, I must overwrite. Rick Desi, level 1. Yes. Auto-clip ignores secondary effects. Does that? It does that is for you to judge. Secondaries beat the stats. Oop! Oh, I hit B. I guess B defaults to yes on that. This is the castle town of Aliahan, as you know. If you're planning on hanging out for a hike, you could do worse than visit the picturesque village of Reeve to the northwest. Oh no, someone got turned into a scarecrow from the hit Super Nintendo and Nintendo Switch game Super Mario RPG. Nice. Kakashi, no, it's far too skinny to be Kakashi. Welcome back, my darling. So, did you see the king? And were you nice and polite like you promised? Thank goodness for that. I was petrified you'd trip over or say the wrong thing, or... Well, it doesn't matter now. You have the king's permission to go off adventuring. You're officially a grown-up. Anyway, you must be ever so tired after all that excitement. Off to bed with you, sweetums. All 4 of you are my sweetums now. Everybody go to bed. Morning, darling. Go on now. Off you go and do some adventuring. Oh, I can't interact with the book. Hey, medicinal herb. Do 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 do. Check the other room. Hey, Gramps. Well, Jake was a real hero material, you know. Your father was something special, and his father before him. You've got a lot to live up to, Rick Desi. Don't let your grandfather down. I won't tell you which one I am, though. Hey, more money. What? Oh, because I got close from there. I was like, am I speaking to the bed? Shattering every barrel and jar. I see, yeah. All bookcases that have red books have an item. Yeah. Alright. Looking around over here. Hello, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. I'm your local guardsman on the beat, here to keep the streets free of trouble. You may set off on your quest safe with the knowledge that your hometown is in good hands. Oi. Hey, oi, ho. Just practicing my oi. Oi. You like it? Oi. I'll check again. It's entirely possible that that's like a pre-order only thing, though. I ordered this very, very late in the game. I did not have a lot of cash at the time that stuff was going on for this. Alright. But I did not have any interact prompts when I was up against it, though. Oop. Cozy looking fire burns merrily away. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Quick look inside the bag. 12 gold coins. let's go rob another room real quick before we get our stream on. Medicinal herb. Stealing all that guy stuff that he said that he forgot here. We're never gonna give it back because the personality quiz is over. There's a looking fire. Oh, hello. I only want to see what's on the other side of the ocean. Ugh, oh, it hurts. Sailor Man. Oh my god, this bed's got a semen in it. Need to wash these sheets. Terrible, terrible. Leather hat. Time for some old-timey football. Seems the fellow in the room opposite tried to make himself a wrecking ball and met with a little accident. I was just enjoying some peace and quiet when suddenly an almighty bang came from his room. Judging by how badly he's hurt, those things must be pretty dangerous. Did he try to dive through the picture? Okay. Yes, I took it. I took his gold and his herb. Let's go out this way. The well is over here. Such a big starting town. Once we get moving, though, it'll be a different story, but that's okay. Now, before we hop in here, let's also put on that leather hat. Okay. Actually, is there anything else? What are you going to say? Time was Aliahan ruled over all the world, but then came the wars, and we lost so many of our young men. They say it was the fighting which led them to close the teleportal to the mainland. Medicinal herb. Phial of holy water, nice. This is our church. So if we need to, like, get rid of a curse, or poison, or a whole slew of other things that barely ever actually happen in the game, then we come here. On a nice sunny day like this, the whole idea of the Archfiend destroying the world just seems impossible, doesn't it? No. Seems more real now than ever. That's why we have to defeat him. Let's go kick his ass. You ever heard of Kirk Buzzer? People call him a master thief, but he's nothing more than a burglar who steals people's wardrobes and drawers. A nuisance is what he is, and his behavior sets a terrible example for the children. Not like you, though, our paragon of truth and justice. Okay. Oh, hello. If you leave town and wait a while, eventually it'll get dark. When that happens, you want to be careful. The meaner monsters just love the nighttime. If you get scared, find an inn and wait it out till morning. Go over here. More money. Phial of holy water. Okay. So there's the guy who said that he found 50 gold by a bench or on a bench. Let's go to the well. Look at the map of the town. Whoop. Pressed the wrong button. Oh, the Y button. Nice. All right. Oh, you can flip through a bunch of maps. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Continental map. Nice. Oh, and I'm sure that'll also become a world map later on too when we get further out there. Nice. Oh, I love the lighting effects on this. That's very cool. Okay, neato. We have our metal manor. Metal mansion. Mini Metal Manor. Welcome to Mini Metal Manor. You may not look it, but the boss here is a very important man. Get into his good books and you won't regret it. I thought I remember the metal guy being a tiny dude. Maybe that was just an 11. List of mini medal prizes. Thorn Whip. Thorn Whip for just 2? Jeez. Thorn Whip is a great early game one. God damn. Because that, yeah, I want to say that when you choose a class of enemy and you'll hit all of them in one go. A boomerang hits everybody, which is awesome. But a whip is a really, really good one right away. Dang. Heaven knows why, but when I met the boss here, I got the strange feeling he was a king and that I had to protect him. Later, nobody, basically. That's why I followed him down here, you see. Just feels like he's the kind of big shot the Archfiend or someone might want to bump off, you know? Oh, come on, tell me there's one more down here somewhere. Many thanks for dropping by. I'm trying to max out my collection of mini medals. If you find any, bring them to me and I'll make it maximally worth your while. You brought me some? Well, don't stand there, hand them over. I need to count how many there are. Let's see, now that's 1 mini medal you brought me so far. Ho ho, many thanks, many thanks. Bring your total up to 2 and you'll be the proud owner of a Thorn Whip. You can do it. It's not many more. Oh, come on. I want to say there's usually like one near the actual manor, but boo. Well, we'll have to remember to come back here because a Thorn Whip at the start of the game would be quite good. They're 130. All right. I'm gonna see if I can mess with the bookshelf, but I don't think that I had an interact option there. I thought it was. I thought about it being something that you could only do later in the game. Yep. Tap an A. There's nothing there. I think that's something you can only do later on. All right, let's go to the weapon shop. Let's get equipped. There's also the item shop, but I think we're gonna be okay for now. Boom, 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 boom. You're Ortega's son, aren't you? The hero? Your father's a great man, a truly great man. Okay, thank you. Welcome. If you're after weapons or armor, you've come to the right place. What can I do for you? Holy shit, I do not have much money for any of this shit. Which isn't surprising. That's kind of how this just works at the start of the game, unfortunately. You get the very basics, and then you go beat shit up. Man, I have no defense for Dio Patty. That's disappointing. I could buy a bronze knife for those two. That's probably not a bad investment. Like, a copper sword for Fesesga would be good, but I think giving these two a little bit more of an edge both and having money left over is probably the best call here. Leather shield for Rufus wouldn't be terrible, but that's pretty expensive. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 bronze knives. Yeah, he only gave us 50. Didn't even give you... That's true. It's a good point. Yeah, he didn't give us enough for any of this. I forget how much money we start with. It might actually be 0. Alright. It's going to be Rufus. Oh, I guess I can also sell some stuff too, but... Whoop, nope. Let's get another bronze knife. Yep. Let's sell some things. I'll sell the plain clothes. Oh, this sells for nothing. Great. I'm not going to sell the Oaken Club yet because I forget if Dio can wield that. Oh, Seed of Life that I never actually used myself. Ding. Wayfarer's clothes would be nice. Okay, the Oaken Club is not an option for Dio Patty. Got it. All right, let's sell that too then. Nope, nope, nope. All right. 60 gold is what I have left. I could buy another Oaken Club, which we just determined is not actually useful here. Copper Sword, I could not sell enough to make that useful. Leather Shield, I could not sell enough to get that. So I think we are out of things to buy. All right. Okay, cool. Well, I think... Oh, I should have also... You can never have too many Chimera wings, if you ask me. Being able to fly to places you've been before in the blink of an eye is so magical. In fact, it probably is magic. Back in the dark old days, you used to bump your head on the ceiling if you tried to use one indoors, but now you don't have to worry about any of that. Modern comforts, eh? Cute reference, because it is very true. If you tried to use Chimera wing or Zoom, I think it was Zoom, if you tried to use it indoors in a cave, in a castle, you would hit the ceiling, go boom, and like fall back down. Whoa, whoa! The Wyvern can cut. Yeah. Oh my God! Hey, Hito! Yo, yo, yo! Oh shit! I forgot to put the actual notification stuff onto this layout. This was a very last-second layout. But hello and welcome. I'm actually just about to hit up the item shop and then probably wrap things up for tonight. But Dragon Warrior 3 on the Game Boy Color is a game that I played a lot of as a kid, and I miss it dearly every... Oh, wait a minute, I can buy pot lids here. Sharts. Okay. I can't... You know what, let's get the pot lid for Dio, and then that'll have to do for now. Actually, I'm going to buy a Chimera wing. No, I have two. I don't need one. Pot lid for Dio. They're not completely screwed here. There we go. Okay. Finish Emio the Smiling Man. Oh, geez. I need to get into the Famicom Detective Club games. Those seem like they're... I've heard the first two are a little jank, and like they did the best they could to kind of clean it up for the Switch, but like it's still an old-ass NES-style game. But I've heard Emio is a dramatic improvement on that. I've heard very, very good things. There we go. All right. So I think that is actually going to be it for tonight. Very short stream. We started very late, but I'm going to be back tomorrow, much earlier, to continue on with this. We will not be waiting until next week to continue. We're going to be doing it tomorrow. Somewhere in the 8 to 9 range for that. I'm excited, though. Yeah, I'm glad folks were able to hang out for it. So looking forward to the do with 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2 is going to be interesting. They're going to have to do a lot of expanding stuff because 2 is like okay size, but like we beat Dragon Quest 1 in one stream. So like it's a pretty short game if you know what you're doing. But yeah, no, I absolutely have to, based off the Famicom games, the first one especially, yeah. What's going on tomorrow? More of this. Doing more of this. I wanna leave the town tomorrow and like start fresh on the adventure then. It will be the very first thing we do tomorrow. And then we'll be able to like actually crack into it. The goal will be to get started in the like 8 or so range. And then we should be able to do that for a while, a good like 4 or 5 hours at least. So I'm psyched to get into this. I wanted to at least get this kind of opening chunk taken care of, since it's a little bit of busy work right at the top of this between the personality quiz, the test of character, meeting the king, getting your party, getting equipped. So now, when we come back tomorrow, we'll be all ready to head out there and start hitting slimes, stabbing slimes, getting some money, probably coming back to equip a little bit more because it'd be nice to have a bit more decked out equipment. And then we head northwest to Reeve. So hell yeah. Thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. It was a late one. Thank you to Hito Retro Gaming for dropping in as well. And everybody should go check out Hito Retro Gaming. And also should probably play Emio the Smiling Man. I should also do that. I have been dying to get back into the Ace Attorney games. And I know it's not quite the same thing in a lot of different ways, but it might scratch some of that itch. So, who knows? Thank you guys very much. I will catch you later. Have a good one, and bye!